بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good morning, class 6. As we are doing exercise number 8A, so we will continue the exercise. We are doing question number 3 today, and the same question will be your homework to do the work in your copies. It is on page number 122 in your books, okay? What the question is, you are having a question as we are studying the chapter Introduction to Algebra. In algebra, we had studied that how many types of sentences and how do we write down the sentences. The three types of sentences we had discussed or we had studied. These are open, true and false statements, and in the next class we studied about the values of the variable. Means the given letter was given in the equation, we were finding the value of that variable. Now you are having question number 3, in which what you have to do, write the following as algebraic expressions. We are having different questions, you can say different sentences we are having, different statements we are having, and what we have to do, you have to comprise the statement in the form of an algebraic expression. What is an algebraic expression? An algebraic expression is a combination of the numbers, the letters or the functions, means the symbols plus, minus, multiply and divide. Means the numbers we use, like for example, if I am writing here 4x. 4x means the number written with the variable with a letter a, b, c, d, x, y, z. The number is known as the constant, okay, or the coefficient you can say. The value which is written in the form of letters are known as the variables, right? You may have different variables, means you may have the letters from A till Z, A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. Depend on the question that which variable or which letters are given in your statements. What do you have to do? You have to make an algebraic sentence or an algebraic expression with the by the given equations. What you have to do first, how would you do or how would you convert them into algebraic expression? You must know about some of the words, some of the terms which are using here, like the sum of. Sum means wherever you are having a value or wherever you are having a word for sum. Sum means what? Which sign do we use for sum? Plus. The sum, the sign for using for sum is plus. Okay, and same as the sign which will be used for difference, to write down the difference between any two numbers, any two variables, any two values, we use a word difference. Okay, difference means which sign do we use for showing difference? Minus sign. Okay, sum means for sum we will use the plus sign, for difference we will use minus sign. Is that clear? For sum you will use plus sign, for difference you will use minus sign. Now you are having the terms or the words like half, 1/3, 2/3, 1/4, 3/4 and so on. What are these words? Like if I am saying you that you write down the half of A, half of A, or you may have another term like 1/3 of X. Another one you may have 2/3 of Y. You have to write down these words, you have to use these terms in the form of numbers or in the form of variables. Half, what do we use for half? Half means 1/2. Half means 1/2. And which half we are taking? Half of A. Half of A means you will take 1/2 multiplied by A, which will be equals to A/2. Is that clear? Half means half of A means you will take half into A, means 1/2 into A. After multiplication it will be equal to A/2. Same as 1/3 means it's a one part of out of 3. 1/3 means 1 upon 3. Is that clear? 2/3, 2/3 means 2 upon 3. Okay. If you are having 1/4, if you are having a word 1/4, 1/4 means 1 upon 4. And after that you will write down the variable that is given 1/3 of x. 1/3 of x means 1 upon 3 multiplied by x. That will be equals to x ones are x. It will be equal to x upon 3. Same as 2/3 of x means 2/3 of y means 2 upon 3 multiplied by y, which will be equals to 2y upon 3, because y multiplied by 2 will be equals to 2y. It will be 2y upon 3. Is that clear? Half means 1 upon 2. Wherever you are having a word half, you will use 1 upon 2. 1/3 means you will use 1 upon 3. 2/3 means it is 2 upon 3. 1/4 means it is 1 upon 4. And whatever the variables that given in your question, you will go according to that variable. Is it clear? Now come to the question. As you have discussed, and one more thing, the last one you are having product. Okay. Product means what? As we had discussed before this one, the product means if you are having a product of x and y, how would you show product of x and y? Product means multiplication. Sum means plus sign, difference means minus sign, and product means, suppose product of x and y. It means you have to write down x multiplied by y, which is equal to xy. Okay, product means multiplication. And another word that is used in your exercise is quotient. Means what you have to do if you are having a question, the quotient of x and y. Quotient means x and y. X and y. After multiplication x and y, you will get x and y as an answer. Quotient means the answer after getting the solution. Okay. Now, how would you solve? I have written the first and second part on the board. It is the sum of P and Q. Sum of P and Q means you have to write down. How would you write down solution? With the blue pen, you will write down your answer P plus Q. Sum of P and Q. As I told you that for the sum, we use a plus sign. So, it is P plus Q. The sum of P and Q. This is the simple answer of your question. Okay. You have to write down an algebraic expression for the given sentences. So, this is the algebraic expression for sum of P and Q. But you have to go according to the question as well. Like see the second part, the difference of A and B. When A is greater than B, you may have different values, means you may have different statements. The question would be in different way as well. Like the difference of A and B when B is greater than A. So, you have to go through the sentence that which letter or which variable is greater than. Whichever the value is greater, you will write down that first, then you will write down the remaining one. Okay. But you have to show the difference. As you have to show the difference of A and B. If I have A is greater than B, then I will write down A minus B. But if I have a question that B is greater than A, then I will write down B minus A. Whoever the greater value is will come first. Okay. You have to show the difference. You will see, you will write down minus sign between them, but you have to see, you have to check which one is the greater value. Whatever the greater value is there, you will write down the greater value before or at first. Okay. Like for this one, as A is greater than B, so you will write down A minus B, because A is greater than B and we have to show the difference of A and B. The difference means we have to write down minus sign. Difference means minus sign. Okay. Another one, like the third part you are having. It is number third, 2/3. The same words I have come again that I explained you in the beginning. that 2/3 of x added to y. Another one, like number 4, the product of m and n added to their sum. Okay. Okay. Number 6, 3 times a added to 4 times b. Okay. See the questions. 2/3 of x. What we studied 2/3. How do we write down 2/3? As I told you, 2/3 means 2 upon 3. 2/3 means 2 upon 3. 2/3 of what? X. So we will write down x with it. 2/3 of x. 2 and x, you must know that between a variable or a coefficient there is a multiplication sign. There is always a multiplication sign. We do not show the multiplication sign, but it is understood that there is a multiplication sign between them. Okay. 2 upon 3 multiplied by x means 2 upon 3x added to. Added to, which sign do we use for added to? Plus. Added to what? 2y. Simple. It's your answer. Okay. It's an algebraic expression that 2/3 of x added to 2y. Clear? Next one, the product of m and n. Okay, while writing an algebraic expression and algebraic sentences, must remember that maybe somewhere it become difficult for you, but what you have to do, you have to go according to the statement. One by one, the stepwise working you will make it easier to write down an algebraic expression. Okay. Don't see that it's a large expression, is a very big expression and we cannot write in, or it's going to be difficult for us. No, just go step by step. What it is, as it is saying, the instructions are given, just follow it. Okay. The product of m and n. Product means multiply. Means if we multiply m by n, what it will be equals to m n. It means the product of m n is equals to m n. Added to. Added to. Added to, which sign do we make for added to? Plus. Their sum. Added to their sum. Whose sum? M and n. So we will write down sum. What do we write down sum for? M plus n. Have we got? The product of m and n added to their sum. It will be your answer. Clear? 3 times. Okay. It was left for explanation. 3 times. Times means as many times we are having a number, a value, it means that we have to multiply it so many times. Okay. 3 times a means what we have to do? 3 times a. Times means what we have to do? We have to multiply. And whenever we are having 3 times, 2 times, 4 times, 5 times of any variable, we will write down the number or the variable together. It is 3a added to what? 4 times b. Added to 4 times b. It is 4 times b. 4. 3 times a added to 4 times b. This will be your answer or the algebraic expression for the given sentences. Is it clear? Product means multiplication, added to, plus. Times means you have to write down that number with the variable 3 times a. If it is 5, suppose it is having 5 times of x, you will write down 5x. See the last one, then remaining you will do yourself. As you will do or you will start working, you will get practice of it, that how to write down an algebraic expressions by the given sentence. It is like number 7. The sum of m and the quotient of n divided by 2. Okay, the sum of m means m, the sum of m and the quotient of, and what should be added to, and the sum of m and the quotient of, which quotient do we have, n divided by 2, means what answer do we get after dividing n by 2? We will get n upon 2. The quotient of n divided by 2 will be equal to n upon 2. So this quotient of n divided by 2 will be equals to n upon 2, and we have to write down their sum. So it is m plus n upon 2. Have you got? It's all about your today's class. You are having 9 parts in this exercise, in this question, okay? And you have to do all. If you have any difficulty, you can send a message, or I will resolve that question into the next class, that will be on Thursday. You have to do all the parts of this question, okay? As I have told you, in the same way, in the same manner, you will do the work in your copy. Just only write down the statements and this algebraic expression. Nothing else you have to do, okay? Till the next class, Allah Hafiz.